rut, and you're coming with me. Good morning, it is Thursday. We are up and out on a walk. Technically, I am meant to be at the gym right now. That's what was in my schedule for the day, but it didn't happen. I do have a kind of valid excuse though, because Josh had to get up at 4 a.m. this morning. Obviously I said 4 a.m. I hate when people do that. They'll go like 7 p.m. tonight. Like, obviously it's 7 p.m. tonight because you said p.m. Anyway, Josh had to get up at 4 in the morning this morning because he had to leave at 20 past 4 to get a plane to fly down to London for the day for a work meeting. So I obviously woke up when his alarm went off and I couldn't get back to sleep for ages. I was awake for about an hour, maybe like 4 till 5. So when my alarm then went off at 6, it was like waking the dead. There was no chance in hell that I was going to get up, and I thought, you know what, it's actually not a very good idea to get up right now because she's sleep deprived. So I then had a quick look at my schedule in my sleep deprived state and figured out where I could go during the day so that I could have another hour in bed. So that's where we are. Not a great start to my get out of a rut day, having to move my gym session a little bit later and have a lie-in, but here we are. The reason I need to get out of a bit of a rut is because for the last week or so, a little bit longer than a week, I've been in a very strong state of meh. I came on my period on Thursday, so I'm on sort of day 3-4 at the moment. But my periods can be quite unpredictable. They'll come in the space of either between 4 to 6.5 weeks after my last one. So for those kind of 2 weeks, I'm almost a bit in limbo, kind of waiting for it, anticipating it. It's really frustrating, but that's how it is. So for the last week or so, I've been in very much a state of my period should be any day. It's, pulling down my mood, it's making me aggy, it's making me really low in energy, and I just haven't been looking after myself very well as a result. In terms of diet's not been great, my attitude to exercise has been not at its normal standard, and routine's been a bit all over the place. I've been a bit more procrastinating, all of that sort of stuff. So today is where I'm drawing the line through that period and starting the process of putting myself back onto top spot priority. So what I've done so far, taken all my supplements, brushed my teeth, washed my face, got a coffee, taken myself out on a nice long morning walk because I don't do well without some form of movement in the morning before I start work. My productivity levels go to shit when I haven't done some sort of movement, even if it's just a 10-minute walk. I have to get out and get something in if I can then go and sit at my desk and actually do some good quality work. So we're getting out for a morning walk with a coffee. I do want to try and break the habit of having coffee on an empty stomach on my rest days or on days where I'm training later in the day, but I woke up with a bit of a headache. We went out last night for dinner with Josh, and one of his directors very kindly invited us out for dinner. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was a fish restaurant called Fishers in the City, down Thistle Street, if you know Edinburgh, and it was gorgeous. Had a glass of wine. Wine doesn't really agree with me that much, so I did wake up with a little bit of a headache. So yeah, that's why the coffee is prevalent this morning, but I am trying to kick the habit of caffeine on an empty stomach. Yeah, out for a walk, and then we're going to go back and go through the rest of my get out of a rut stages, and I'll take you with me. Stage 2 of getting out of the rut, cleaning the space. I am very much a tidy space, tidy mind kind of person. So this situation is not doing it for me. So let's get going. Ta-da! I definitely just did a full time lapse of that. Definitely didn't realise that my camera wasn't filming, so just trust that I did it rather than cleaning fairies. Okay, tidy space, tidy mind complete. What's next? What time is it? 7:56. God, she's an efficient queen. Washing. Tidy space, tidy mind 2.0. Let's see if I can do this in 4 minutes before 8 a.m. so that I can start work at 8. Time lapse. I'm going to time lapse this one. Let's go. If you can fold fitted sheets well, I admire you. Okay, we're not gonna count the dead stuff, but I did it. We're also not gonna count that because that's still a little bit wet. But 4 minute, well, I technically finished at 3:50, but I didn't reach my camera in time. So believe me when I say words. Believe me when I say it took me 3 minutes 50. I rock. Okay, towels, and then we work. Continuing the getting out of rut phase. We're gonna stand and we're gonna walk. Depending on what I'm doing, I can be so much more productive when I'm on my walking pad whilst working, because it just keeps me so focused in the moment. I'm focused on keeping my legs moving and I'm focused on what I'm doing on the screen. And I'm about to get into some content, brainstorming, an hour of content brainstorming. So yeah, this is a good time to be walking whilst planning. I feel so much better when I'm standing and walking at my desk anyway. When I'm sitting for any length of time, I feel my hips seize up. So yeah, this is stage 5 of getting out of a rut, because when I'm in a rut, I find every excuse not to put my desk in standing position, not to get the walking pad out. And I have both at my fingertips, so I should be using them every single day. I maybe use my walking pad 3 times a week, 2-3 times a week. I should be using it every single day. Here we are, getting out of a rut stage, whatever number this is. Stage, whatever, diet. I know that when I start my day with anything other than my normal breakfast, the rest of the day goes pretty downhill in terms of diet. So we're back to the basics. Greek yogurt, bit of protein powder, fruit, crumpet, bit of peanut butter, carbs, protein, fats, fibre, good to go, keeps me full until lunch. So that's a really integral part of getting out of a rut for me, is how I start my day in terms of food, because then the rest of the day will likely be much, much better in terms of decisions that I make around my diet. Okay, first stint of work has been done. It is now 11:01 to be exact, and the next stage of Elle gets out the rut is gym time. Moving my body. I'm not feeling massively motivated to go and train right now, but I'm also not dreading it, and I know how much better I'm going to feel after doing it. And I actually really enjoy a mid-morning training session sometimes, because I'm awake, I've got a full meal in my system, so yeah, I've got some good energy to play with, and yeah, I'm excited. So oh, that went up my nose. Finish my electrolytes and off we go. Stage 34, stage whatever of Elle gets out of a rut. Shower, exfoliate, fake tan, respond to whatever message just came in. Back to Elle gets out of a rut stage number earlier. Food. To be fair, I've been having a variation of this lunch for the last week anyway, and the last month, 2 months, 3 months. I couldn't tell you how long I've been doing this for lunch, but it's been a long time. But I mean, like, it's just super fucking simple. I think I've shown it to you on this channel about 70 gazillion times at this point. But yeah, does everything I needed to do. Rice, carbs, chicken protein, some fermented vinegary shit for the guts, loads of veg, smothered in the Old Faithful. And yeah, that'll do me for a solid few hours. I've also really got out of my habit of reading whilst eating breakfast and lunch, and got back into a really bad habit of watching YouTube videos during that time instead. So I'm going to pick this back up. I've only got about 30 pages left, I think. I'm nearly done with it, but it's taken me far too long to get through considering how much I've been enjoying reading it. So I'm going to read a bit of this whilst I have my lunch, and that's what's going on. Off, put a little bit of makeup on because we've got some of our best pals arriving this weekend for a long weekend. It's the first weekend of the Fringe in Edinburgh, which is really exciting because I am now a resident of Edinburgh. It's my first Fringe experience being a resident, so I'm here for the whole month. Don't have to cram everything in the space of like 72 hours. And as a result, I will likely probably not go and see anything after these guys have left, and we've seen the shows with them this weekend. Because it's one of those things where, like, when I was in London and, you know, I was in the headspace of like, oh, the West End is 20 minutes away, I'll just go whenever I want to go. And I never went anywhere near as much as I should have done. I didn't make the most of it as much as I should have done. So it's probably going to be one of those things with the Fringe whereby I'm here for the whole month, I live here, I can go down to watch a show in half an hour's time. If I want to, I probably won't because it's so accessible. But here's hoping that I will make the most of it, at least for one year before I start being a grumpy Edinburgh resident who hates the city when the festival's on. But what was I saying? How did I get onto this topic? Yes, we've got some pals coming over for the weekend and they're arriving tonight, and I'm gonna go pick them up from the station, and then we are probably going to go for a drink of some sort. And yeah, final sort of step in the Elle Gets Out of Her Rut program is straightening my hair, or like styling my hair in some way, which is generally just straightening it. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to styling my hair. But I feel whenever I've straightened my hair or styled my hair, I just feel so much more put together. My hair's quite naturally curly, but so like it doesn't look bad when it's natural, but it just doesn't look like I've put any effort in because I haven't put any effort in. So when I straighten it, I feel like I've kind of done something a little bit extra and it makes me feel good. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to prep our dinner for this evening so it's ready for when everybody gets here. And yeah, round this vlog off. So hopefully you enjoyed, gave you a bit of inspiration to get out of a rut if you're in one. Give the video a little comment with the favourite thing that you do to get yourself out of a rut. Share the inspiration with others and with me. Give it a like. Please subscribe if you're new. I think I'm very close to 100 subscribers. Woo! So I would love it if I could get to 100 before my birthday. My birthday is in 23 days as I am filming this. So 22 days as you're watching this. So if you're not already subscribed, please do so and make my birthday wish come true. 100 subscribers before my 27th birthday. I'm currently 26. Oh, that's sad. Before my 27th birthday, that would be absolutely a wonderful gift. Thank you so much in advance. Go and have a great day. See you later.